I'm Jen, this is Wolf Down a Rabbit Hole. This is my corner of the internet where I get to talk to you about cross stitch. Welcome back to my channel. It's been 7 weeks. In that 7 weeks I've had quite a little bump in subscribers, so thank you very much. Drop me a comment down below, tell me where you came from. I'd love to say thank you. Pretty sure most of you are from Witchy Cat Stitch, but if you've come from anywhere else, please let me know. I'd like to say thank you, and also thanks Kat, I really appreciate the shout out, it was really lovely. And if you haven't gone to check out Kat's channel, go do. She's brilliant, she's lovely, and she's really funny. Beautiful stitching, and I just, yeah, there's a bingo and I need to get this bingo card for Kat's channel, to be honest. She's one of the shadow stitchers, a little group I've been recently added to, so thank you for welcoming me to that tiny little community. It's been lovely getting to know you all. Things are a little bit chaotic. Then again, if you look at all my videos, everything's a little bit chaotic. It's been 7 weeks. I'll explain in live updates, because let's be honest, you're just here for the stitching and I've kept you long enough. I know I did a Flosstube extra last week. That was showing you 2 books and 2 unboxings. If you want to check that out, please do. Might enable you. It's all good fun. I know I've got a stitch along with Shell from Cheesecake and Cross Stitch from Max Pigeon's book, and I'm pretty sure I've promised to do a stitch along with somebody else for something else from the other book as well. Names escape me. I literally am scatterbrained this week. So, as I said, it's been 7 weeks. I haven't done much. I've literally stuck to limited palette projects and small projects, just because I haven't had time, or I've just been too tired when I have had time, that I've just wanted to chuck a couple of stitches in here or there. I haven't wanted to like completely down tools, because I love my cross stitch and it is a de-stress, but sometimes even, you know, as a de-stress, my brain is just like, no, watch TikTok or trash on YouTube. Not Flosstubes. I watch Flosstubes as well, but that's different. I enjoy my Flosstubes. Sometimes I just watch rubbish channels on YouTube just to mind numb the brain. I've got quite a few things. I've got a few finishes. I've got 1 FFO. I've got a whip, 2 designs, and some shop updates. Sounds quite a lot, but again, they're all small things, and in 7 weeks, really, it's not that much. So, I'll start with a work in progress, actually. Is this the one on top? This is the Antisocial Cryptid Club from the Witchy Stitcher, and this is a Patreon pattern. It might be available on Etsy now, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a Patreon only. Last time you saw it, it was Bigfoot, and now Haunted Pants and Nessie are in there as well. I've got the rest of it to do, and then Antisocial Cryptid Club and a little design to go down the bottom, and it's finished. That bit took me maybe 2 nights, because it's all 310. Well, I don't use 310, I use black embroidery thread. But yeah, it's essentially all 310, and it was just one I could easily follow the pattern for. There's the full-size piece of fabric. It's a bluey grey from Florishell, offcut. Don't know the name of it. It's an 18 count. I buy a lot of my fabrics from there. I buy offcut bags and stuff like that, because I do a lot of smalls, and then I just chuck them in stash. So when I want to do something like this, I just go in, decide what I want to do, I grab that piece of fabric. If it's big enough, it's big enough. So yeah, this hopefully will be finished by my next video, because he's so cute. I know Mothman is on the other side of this, so I know Miss Chloe's really looking forward to seeing this finished, so she can see what it's like. And that is literally the only whip I've worked on. Pretty much everything else is either a finished whip or a new start. So, the first whip I finished, I can use this as a back, is Light It Up by Stitched by Liz, and this is from the Crescent City series, book series, and it's a saying that goes through pretty much the whole book. The gradient she's done on this is absolutely fantastic. I have no idea how I'm going to finish it, and I know my margins are probably making some of you twitch. Don't at me about it. I don't like wasting fabric. If you see We Are Ghosts a couple of videos ago, I totally got the margins on that wrong, and that piece of fabric is massive, and I'm really annoyed at myself about how much that fabric I could not have, I could not have wasted, whereas I've stuck this in the middle and it's huge. Anyway, this is by Stitch by Liz, and look how neat my stitches are. Super proud of this. No idea how I'm going to finish it yet. Maybe a little square frame. I'll put the link to this downstairs in the description box. That just looks so good. So thanks, Liz, for that. It's absolutely stunning. She sent this to me to stitch up. I love it. Like I said, no idea how I'm going to finish it yet. The next work in progress, I think I started this on the Coven retreat. I'm pretty sure I started this on the Coven retreat, or did I start Light It Up on the Coven retreat? This came to the Coven retreat with me, and so did Light It Up. And one of them was started then, and one of them was like just started before. So this is We Still Go On from Uncanny Kari and D's 20 Stitches. It's on an 18 count oatmeal Ada. It's using a DMC variegated. The number escapes me. I really should write these things down. And I love this. Again, this was one I could just pick up, chuck a couple of rows in, and not really have much to think about, because I didn't have to change lots of colours. There wasn't, it wasn't confetti heavy. It's literally one thread. And I love it. It's stunning. And my stitches are really neat in this too. No idea how I'm going to finish it, but again, see, look at the difference in the margins on this. For some reason I thought it was going to be this big. It's not, it's that big. So I'm going to try and rescue some of this fabric for other smalls. No idea how I'm going to finish this. Maybe learn how to do flat folds, I don't know. But I love dragons, and this is just, well, brilliant. I love it. I'll chuck a description in the link below. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll chuck a description in the link below for this if anybody is interested, because I know it was Spring Fling and it's now been released. I can't wait to do the next one. The next one's going to be in the same colour, and I'm going to try and make my own pennant for the other one. We Go On. That's a bit of a more elaborate design. This one is from Juniper Needleworks. Let's take the loose threads off, drop them on the plots. Much too later. This is from Juniper Threadworks, and it's Juniper Needleworks on Etsy. I think it's Etsy. They're definitely on Instagram, because this is where I saw it. Maxine from Nightmare Before Stitchmas also posted this, and she's finished it in a hoop, so I'm totally stealing that idea because I love it. This is so cute. Again, 3 colours. The Haunted is a light blue, the yellow, and then the white, 4 colours with the black eyes. This was just, I literally did the outline of the ghost and sat there filling it in one night because I didn't have the mental acuity to do anything else. But yeah, again, this is another offcut of fabric from Flosstube. I go through and I troll their little 4-piece grab bags. If I find a nice colour, I'll grab it for smalls. So yeah, I like that. He needs to be finished so we can go on the tree, which is over there at the moment, because like stuff. And then my fully finished object is this, and it's Not All Witches from the Witchy Stitcher. I bought this on Witchy Stitcher Day last year. I think yeah, half of my 13 starts for Halloween last year Witchy Stitcher patterns. Didn't decide to pick one of them up, decided New Start, and this was it. I needed the serotonin boost of a new start mostly this month, just to keep me going. This is 2 colours, it's all the cord for. Can't remember the fabric, got it on Amazon. I think it's a fat quarter of natural raw linen, I could be wrong. If you want to know, let me know in the comments. I'll go and look for the pack and see if it's got a name on it. I don't normally buy my fabric off Amazon though. I try and like, literally if I can't get it anywhere else, I go to Amazon. The hoop I think I got in Home Bargains. I covered it in marker pen, and I finished my backs like this. Obviously I didn't bother colouring the middle in. Spare piece of fabric, and that's how I do all my finishes. because somebody commented on one of them, how do I do my finishes, and I keep forgetting to tell everyone on my hoops. And literally every hoop that I've got is finished in this style. I think one is finished with the sew blanket stitch method, and I just really didn't like it. I didn't like the finish, it looked messy, so I wanted as neat as possible. However, I have got a Kate Blanford hoop butt that I need to try, so I'm excited about that. To be fair, he was going to be in the hoop butt, but he was too small. But yeah, this is my fully finished, and this is on my little Halloween autumn display downstairs, and I absolutely love it. And that only took about 3 nights. Super easy pattern. Would look really good with DMC Etoile as the yellow, but I couldn't be bothered to dig it out and find it. This was easier to grab. That's the type of 7 weeks it's been for me, people. I literally, what's the first thing I can grab? What can I do? And that's pretty much like other people's patterns and stuff that I've started, worked on, finished. The next bit now is my own patterns. I know quite a few of you are waiting on this. This is already in my Ko-Fi shop, but it is the next Buzzgaiath banner, and it's the Scribe Quadrant banner. So I've done the background based on the wiki. I did a load of research to try and find the symbols that she released for the houses, and then I designed a little feather and an inkwell. And I changed the font up a little bit because I thought scribes might be a little bit more fancy than just straight, you know, Riders Quadrant stuff. I've put a cream tassel on this one instead of a black tassel on that one. So there is only one design in this one. Again, it's up on my Ko-Fi. It's listed as free. I put all my fan-made fan-made stuff up as free because I can't afford an author coming at me for whatever reason. So, you know, if you do want to support me, there is the buy me a coffee function. There are also paid patterns that are my own designs on my Ko-Fi as well, but this one is the latest. I have charted the other 2 banners. My arm is hurting holding that up. I have charted the other 2 banners. I'm just doing finishing touches. Once I've model stitched, I will show you those. And then I will also release all 4 patterns in one post. So you can either download the individual ones, which ones you want, or you can download the full set. And that needs to go up here somewhere, but I'm not messing with that right now. That's how stuff gets knocked over. This is an original design by me. I was in work on my lunch thinking I haven't done any Halloween designs, I haven't done anything for Christmas this year, purely because I haven't had time. And I was just scrolling mindlessly through the internet, and this saying popped into my head, well, if you got it, haunt it. And then I looked at a load of sketches of little ghosties, and I came up with this dude, and I thought that smile was quite wicked. I have charted this white on black as well as black on white. I have also done 3 variations of the face. I've done this face, a scary sad face, and just like a not really either face. He is super cute. This would look absolutely amazing in glow in the dark thread, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't think of it until after I finished it. I have no idea how I'm going to finish him, but he is super adorable. Yes, that's a lot of white, but it didn't take that long at all. It looks a lot bigger than it actually is. I used grey instead of black for the face and the arms to give you an impression, and there is a little bit of black backstitch just to add definition. But if you got it, haunt it. You know, Halloween. So I will be listing the white on black and the black on white on my Ko-Fi. I think I've already listed it. If I haven't, it'll be up in the next couple of days, so go and keep an eye out. I think I've listed it as one post with all the options to download in it. And I think I'm charging 4 or 5 quid for this. It's really hard pricing your own patterns. So suggestions, if you think maybe I'm not charging enough or I'm charging too much, greatly received. I am working on another Halloween pattern. I'm halfway through the model stitch. I'm hoping to get it done this week and up for you all. Keep an eye on my Instagram. My Instagram is Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole. My design Instagram is Idris Studios. You'll find the link in my Instagram for both, or both. You'll find me linking myself in both of the Instagrams. There'll be a link down below, and obviously if you follow me on Ko-Fi, you should, I think, get a notification every time I upload something new. And that's literally all my stitching. 15 minutes in, that's a bit better than the 9-minute speed run that I did previously. The only other thing I've got to show you is I've been making project bags. I am low-key obsessed with making project bags at the moment. Again, it's another sort of not so necessarily mindless task, but one I can just sit there and maybe spend an hour on in an evening if I'm not feeling like stitching. So I'm going to show you the ones that I got left because I've already sold a few. They're all different sizes because I had smaller bits of fabric offcuts here and there. So I've tried to make the bags as sizable as possible. This one is just a plain vinyl fronted bag. That's the pattern on the back. And I've used a multicolored thread on that one. I don't know how well it's going to show up. And then yeah. Sorry, a bit of zip ASMR for you. I really like this, cute. Then I've got this one, which I think would fit a nice square Q for Q snap or nerd tube. Lovely autumn fabric with mushrooms and leaves and all sorts and pumpkins. Trying to iron out the creases in this stuff is a nightmare, so that will eventually just fall out naturally, but I have ironed as much as I possibly can. Excuse you. Yeah, another clear vinyl fronted one. Then we've got Neon Goth Bats and Sparkly Ada. Look at him. This is a 12 by 14. I know this is a 12 by 14. Because most of them I try and do 12 by 14s. Occasionally with the smaller bits of fabric, I just try and make them as big as possible. I did put a poll up on Instagram and you all voted for the teal. So I went with the teal. Here is this is an early project bag that I made. I found some baby Grogu fabric. Where did I find this? I think it was Lidl's. These are 12 by 14 too, and I used two different fabrics. So I think, yeah, I used multicolour thread on him as well. 12 by 14. The rest are all 12 by 14s now. This colour, clear fronted with funky weird wheel pattern. Bit of a nautical rope themed one in navies and blues. Again, multicoloured thread. I had a thing about multicoloured thread. It was just easier not to change the spool. I have started changing the spool now. So here's another baby Grogu. Yeah. At some point I'm going to get around to listing all of these on my Ko-Fi, but if you're watching this and you see one you particularly like, they're all 15 quid, postage additional, which I think is, at the moment, depends on which post office I go to, it's either £3.50 or £4, so I'm thinking it at £4 just in case for when I get there. But yeah, some of them I've done like the outside fabric is the zipper fabric. This one is different zipper fabric. This is the Flaming Skulls. I put a poll up on Instagram, white or black interior. You voted, or my Instagram followers voted black, and then I chucked glitter in, which I bought the glitter from Dunelm as a project for Tan's birthday gift, which she knows about. I didn't need to buy the full meter, so I was like, what am I going to do with all this glitter vinyl? So yeah, I'm just chucking it in more project bags. I like this one. I like the fabric. Really hard to get a straight line on though, so I'm working on it. Right, this one is mushrooms and Halloween again in a brown colour. Right, that fabric in there is not printed correctly. I tried every which way but loose to try and line all the lines up, and you can't. At some point in the fabric the print is stretched, so you can start off with a straight line down the bottom, but it just, so yeah. But you know, I did glitter vinyl as well. You don't really see the inside when you've got your chart and your project in there anyway. But yeah, I love this fabric, it's really cute. And that's it, that's all my project bags. That's all my finishes, my fully finished object, my designs. That's a 12 by 12. So that one would be slightly cheaper, be about 13 quid. And that one is a 14 by 10. So there, yeah, that would be about 13 quid as well. But yeah, there's all my project bags. If anybody wants one, please let me know. I'll even look into international shipping if you want. But that's all the stitching stuff. The next is I had some questions, and I don't know where my notebook is. I had questions on my Instagram poll. Stitched by Liz. Thank you very much for your question, sweetie. She asked what my unicorn chart was, and I've got a highlight on my Instagram that needs to be tidied up because some of them I've now got. But there's Juniper water designs. There's a triptych, and it's a village scene, and it's all black work and back stitch. I've looked everywhere. I got most of the fishing one, and I've got all of the Scottish castle one, but I can't find the autumn coloured village. I'll find it one day. I'm not in a rush at the moment because I've got the other two to finish, but I would really like that just to complete the set. I think there's also a kingfisher, anchor kingfisher kit on there, and an owl kit on there I'd really like as well. Basically reminds me of my childhood living down in West Sussex. We lived on a farm, in a caravan on a farm for a couple of years, and all of these things I've seen in real life, and I'd love to complete one of these kits just as a, yeah, I've seen those things, I would, you know, as a little memento, so that I'm always kind of on the lookout for those. She asked me what my favourite fabric was. I seem to have a jam on for 32 count linen and even weave at the moment. Although I think I got 36 as well. That's a little tougher. But 32 count linen or even weave, and 18 count is my jam. Most of my stash has 14, 16 count, a little bit of everything. So I'm trying to run my stash down before I like build it back up with like what is my ground. Fabric wise, I don't mind even weave. I don't mind Ada as well as even weave and linen. I'll use any fabric if it's pretty enough and I like it and it suits the project. But yeah, 32 count and 18 seem to be right in my wheelhouse. Designer, she asked me who my favourite designer was. I think if you've watched me long enough now, you know, if I like it, I'll just stitch it. I have a lot of Witchy Stitcher patterns, but then again, who doesn't have a lot of Witchy Stitcher patterns? I don't know. Designers, that's a really tough question. I am one of these people that if I see it, I like it, I buy it. I don't necessarily commit to one designer. I like to stitch from everyone. Yeah, everybody's my favourite. We'll just go with that. Was there another? I think that was it for Liz. And then Miss Chloe asked me if I'd talk about, or if I could talk about picking colours for designs. This is really hard. I've got about half a set of DMC, and I will run through all the colours I got. I'll sit there and I'll design something, and then I'll look at what I've got and I'll go, yeah, that's kind of the colour I got in mind, and then I'll just put all the colours down. Yeah, they all look like they go together. Yeah, we'll use those. Or if I'm out and about and there's like a DMC stand somewhere, I'll pick a couple of the colours I know I haven't got, and I'll just build in my stash up that way. I did actually specifically order Cottage Garden Threads Cactus because I've got a model stitch on the go at the moment. I was hoping to have out by autumn, but I don't think it's going to happen. And the greens and the browns in that fit the subject perfectly. So one was kind of designed around the other. But yeah, the colour wheel is not something I'm very good with. So as I'm designing, I'm pushing myself to try more colours, try more hand-dyed threads, maybe look at doing gradients, not just block colours and stuff. As some of you know, a lot of my patterns are monochromatic because I like to see how other people interpret the design in the colours they would use. I know Chloe's done, where is it? It's here somewhere. This won't take long, said every stitcher ever. I know I think it's in purples, Chloe. She's done it in a lovely hand-dyed thread, whereas I did mine in red for like a samplery feel. So it's interesting to see how people interpret my designs in their own ways. So I kind of like to give people that freedom. I don't really want to make them feel like they're going to stick to my colour choices because I know I'm not great with a colour wheel. I have got, again, I don't know where I've put it, my library design. I've put in the colours of the books that I've got, but I did put in there that you could put in any colours you wanted and I'll personalise it to you. I know I've put the Akatar colours in, things like that. So yeah, I'm not great with colour. I love colour, but I'm not great at picking it for designs. So I'm learning and developing, and I've got 2 huge projects in the works, like future works, that I've shown Liz, and I know she's super excited because they might even be full coverage. That's going to be interesting, but I think I'm not really going to have much time before Christmas to sit down and work on those, because I have got a couple of Halloween designs I want to knock out the park for you guys this month. And that's about it cross stitch wise. Life events, I had another blood test, and then a week later I had another blood test because I phoned the doctor to have a chat because I thought I was going into premenopause because I was hitting all the trigger points for it. It turns out I have low folate levels, which when you look side by side of premenopause and low folate levels, they are bang for your buck identical symptoms. So I'm on a 4-month course of folic acid, which one of the girls in work thought was hilarious. She went, next you'll be telling us you're pregnant, and then that'll be an interesting conversation with my husband, because yeah, that's not actually a thing that can happen in this house. So yeah, I'm on folic acid. It has greatly improved all my symptoms. I'm not tired, I'm not ratty. I was finding I was really short-tempered, and just all the symptoms were like incredibly stressful. That seems to be balancing out now, but I've got another blood test in 2 weeks time for my diabetes, and I think this one's to check whether that level's coming back up. I've also got my diabetic check, so I've been more to the doctor this year than I have in the last 20, which is insane, but at least things are being fixed now. But on top of that, the week after my last Flosstube, my mother-in-law fell and broke her ankle. But not only broke her ankle, she went down really hard and she hit her head. She was black from head to foot. She went down and hit her bad knee that she's waiting for an op on. We were 23 hours in A&E. My husband took her up there. He tagged out about 12 o'clock the next morning. I went and took over. Good news is the head scan was clear. She had a massive gash, black eye to do a boxer proud that took about 2 weeks to go. Arm black, all black down here, few cuts and scrapes. The knee was really bad with her and really swollen. Luckily though, while it was a break in a really awkward place, it wasn't one that required surgery or resetting or anything like that. But like black all the way down, so she couldn't really move very well for the first 2 weeks. So me, my husband and my daughter, we were basically split shifting. Like I was doing the evenings because of work, Fee was doing the morning breakfast because she lives there, Lee was going up, or if she was working overnighters because she's on really weird shifts where she works, Lee would go up in the morning, stay for lunch, come home, tag me in. So it's been an intense 7 weeks because we've pretty much been there every day. We've had her car, so it's made it easier to run back and forth. Hospital appointments. Fridays I do all her shopping, helping her with the shower and washing her hair, things like that, doing the washing and ironing, cooking, cleaning. The boot came off last Saturday. Lee was like, Mum was like, the boot's coming off Sunday. And she's been really looking forward to the boot coming off because it's quite hefty. She already has mobility issues. She lives in a 3-story house, so she's been coming down the stairs backwards. And for the first like 4 weeks we were there until she was going to bed 7 or 8 o'clock at night, making sure she got up the stairs okay, because the last thing we wanted was her going backwards down the bloody stairs. So all like the last 2 weeks has been the boot's coming off on Sunday. Yes, ma'am, the boot is coming off on Sunday. So Lee said to her, right, I tell you what, take it off on Saturday. See how you go. If it hurts too much, boot back on until Sunday. So the boot was off and she's getting a bit more mobile. So we're down to maybe 1 meal a day now. She's good with the breakfast. She's good with anything like quick, something that she can't stand for very long at the moment. She's got to rebuild all that strength. Carrying things is a bit awkward because she's worried about doing more damage to the ankle as it heals. She's now got physio to go through as well. So it's just like the standing there and cooking sort of jobs. So Lee's over there today doing her lunch because she has a dinner at lunchtime on the weekend, whereas she has a dinner at tea time in the week. So yeah, it's been intense. Obviously she's needed hospital runs and stuff like that as well. So we haven't really had much time, or we've just been knackered, bless. But we do anything for Mam Lover. She's the best. So that's pretty much where I've been for the last 7 weeks. And that's it. That is all I've got to show you, all I've got to tell you. I'm waffling now. So hopefully now I'll see you in the next 3 weeks. I'll try and do a video on Halloween. We shall see how it goes. But yeah, keep an eye on my Instagrams, and I'll try and update the community tab if I've got any new releases for you. Just drop me a comment down below, tell me what you're stitching on, say hello, ask me some questions if you want, and I will see you in the next video. Take care everyone, bye.